It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got a pair of teams who met each other in Super Bowl 25. It's the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Coming up next.
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Man, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous, and it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from Buffalo. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
A huge play right off the bat. 41 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They send him right out of the slot. They'll throw on first down with Allen. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll lead to a second down.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Now Allen to throw on second down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
On the ground, this is James Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He is in. James Cook, touchdown Bills. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Eric Gray to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Giants.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Wilson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll tuck, and he will get into the end zone. Russell Wilson, touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Davis now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. Now a loose football. One of the Giants has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Off the play fake, here's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Allen to the air. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
He gets this complete to Shakir.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He's got his big tight end. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and In this case, it results in a touchdown.
Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes a return from the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Russ. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Wilson will throw again. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Again, Wilson. He's going to have the 1st down and more. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Wilson to throw. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's got it at the 3. Second and goal. Back to throw. Wilson. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Davis now to return it, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They send the tight end in motion. Now Allen on first down. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Slot man in motion right. Throwing again, it's Allen. To the sideline, he's got Coleman.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. One more time going up top with Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Allen going to throw again. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. The Giants offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now he'll run it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw, left side, that's Johnson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
In motion, it's Robinson. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing again, Wilson. Now, and he's into the end zone. Russell Wilson, touchdown Giants.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Gano on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Davis now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. On 1st down, it's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end Knox. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will cut the lead down to 4. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Giants are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here
Pretty interesting
with a victory.
First half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. A carry here for Tracy. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Giants first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now Russ. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, New York. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only...
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Now an opening past the 30. And a very good return past the 35, but the penalty might negate that good work. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Matt Milano there to stop him. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. I think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
Third and long. Wilson to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
They'll run with Tracy. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Big Ed Oliver there on the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Here's Wilson. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And their lead will stay right where it is.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Cook. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. So now they'll throw it with Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
In motion, Shakir. To throw again, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Once you get down into this part of the field, most teams call it the red area, you have to finish by capitalizing with 6 points. Anything less than that feels like a little bit of a letdown, and after that sack, their chances of coming away with 6 get a lot more difficult.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. And he will score! Game on! Joshua Palmer! Touchdown, Bills! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Here's Cook. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. In motion, it's Robinson. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Allen. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Again, it's Allen to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. Throwing again, it's Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Deonte Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Important moment here, 3rd down and 4. They'll drop to throw. And he will score. Josh Allen Buffalo. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Gray gonna return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Here comes 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Right back to Neighbors, he's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end, that's Johnson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Now Russ. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.